What color are you? And more importantly, what color is the person you're talking to? Have you ever had a conversation and just thought, that person didn't understand me? It was so awkward. There were gaps, there were pauses. They just didn't get it. Well, that's because you didn't know their color. I've been there too, but there's a simple way to read people in less than 10 seconds that makes conversation so much easier. And the best part is there's no quizzes, there's no tests, there's no pseudoscience. You just need to follow a very simple framework. By the end of this video, you'll know and understand your color, and you'll be able to read everyone you meet. The best part is you'll be able to adapt your style of communication and delivery so people understand you without you being fake, so you can connect with anyone, even if they're nothing like you. For years I thought communication was totally random. I'd have a conversation, some people would get me, others wouldn't. Some loved my energy, some didn't. But the moment I read the book, Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson, I finally understood why connection felt so different with different people. It's because we all use all four colors, but we default to one. Let me explain. I first noticed this at home. I'm clear, I'm direct, I'm straight to the point. My wife, expressive, fast, creative, totally the opposite. She'll share 10 ideas before breakfast. I want one actionable step. Now, we weren't arguing, but we just spoke different languages. At work, I noticed the same kind of thing. Some people needed high energy, some needed structure, some needed time, and some wanted all the details before any decision. And I kept on thinking, how can the same message land beautifully with one person, but completely miss the point with another? So I started putting into practice everything you're about to learn today. And once I started, I couldn't unsee it. Now, the breakthrough wasn't actually learning my color. It was learning that everyone has a preferred communication language. And when you shift your delivery just 10, 20% on what you're saying, connection with anyone becomes totally effortless. Not fake, just aware. Now, the best part is you don't have to fit into a specific color. You don't have to decide between logical or emotional. You don't need to diagnose yourself. You only need two things. Number one, you need to know your default. Number two, and you need to learn how to speak to the other three colors so they completely understand you. Let's make this simple and dive into the colors and the correlating behaviors so you know who you're talking to, and the best part, how to talk to them so they understand you. So there's four colors and each represent a different behavior type. Let's start with the color red. Red is dominant. It's power. Think Steve Jobs. The core traits of a red are direct, decisive, competitive, and results-driven. The communication style is fast, blunt, straight to the point. How to talk to these people? Be clear, be upfront, waste no time getting to the point. For example, here are three things you need to know. Clear, concise, straight to the point. That's it. Now let's look at yellow. Yellow is inspiring. Think Robin Williams. The core traits are enthusiastic, social, expressive, and optimistic. The communication style is more story-driven, spontaneous. Now, if you want to communicate to a yellow, be positive, be energetic, give them the big picture and avoid the details. As an example, start your sentence with, imagine if, ... Now let's have a look at green. Think stable. Think Keanu Reeves. Their core traits are calm, patient, positive, and nice and steady. Their communication style is different. It's warm, it's slower, it's gentle. So how do you communicate to them? Be reassuring, speak at their pace, and avoid pressure. As an example, you could start a sentence with, let's walk through this together and see how we go. Now let's check out the last color, blue, which stands for compliant. The core traits include logical, analytical, detail-oriented, and structured. Their communication style is more factual, measured, and well thought out. If you want to talk to a blue, be specific, be prepared, be logical, and avoid the emotional stuff. As an example, I've looked into the details here. We have 5 left and 7 to go. Let's sell them for $6.45, or whatever the case may be. Give them the details, show logic, and you will get through to them. Okay, so you know the colors, you know the traits, but there's two big buts with this system. But number one, what happens when you speak to mixed or neurodivergent people? Well, it's super simple. Match your language with the version of the person that is showing up. See, people are different at work, at home, at play, when they're stressed, when they're happy, when they're sad. So the question you need to ask yourself is not what color are they, but what color are they right now? Answering this question will make you a dramatically better communicator. Now let's check out but number 2. But how do we communicate to groups? Well, you can't speak 4 languages at once to 4 colors. You need to develop a neutral language. For example, when you deliver something, 1, start with the outcome for the reds in the audience. 2, share why it matters for the yellows. Number 3, outline the plan for the blues. And 4, reassure what the support looks like for the greens. 1 message, 4 touch points, everyone feels seen. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're leading a project at work, and we'll speak to all 4 colors. Here's the goal for the week, red. Here's why it matters for the bigger picture, yellow. Here's the step-by-step roadmap, blue. And here's how we'll support each other in the process, green. Watch how people relax and engage when you speak to all 4 colors. You'll feel the engagement, the attention, and the interaction, I promise you. Now, this all takes practice, but once you start to get into the flow, you will never unsee the colors. And when you stop speaking your language and you start speaking theirs, everything will change. Work will become easier, friendships will become better, family conflicts shrink, and people start to open up more. Not because you've changed who you are, but because you've had the EQ to become aware enough to adapt your language. Now, I call that serious communication maturity. Now you've nailed your colors, it's time for you to start speaking clearer with more confidence. So check out this video.